Good morning. Well, let me say great rising instead. Great rising to all of my friends and family members, tribal members here on Turtle Island and globally. I'm very excited that today I am taking some time to reflect on the past few weeks, the experiences that I have seen, and I want to make sure that I share them with my family. First of all, I want to make sure that I address both my family members in English and in Haitian Creole. Et m'da reme yo di a, e yon opotunite pou m'pale avek frère ma sœur qui est indigène dans le continent Amérique là. Et m'da reme fè ça à la fois en anglais, à la fois en créole. All right reserve. Chief Flying Trogon, also known as Kasik Bohekio. Kasik Bohekio would like to address a few concerns, hopes for the future, and some changes that I'm going to ask our people to start implementing now. Now is the time. Now is the time to change. Now is the time to do things that we want to happen, because waiting for a stimulus paycheck, waiting for government assistance is not the way to go anymore. I hate to say it to you this way, but that's not the way of our ancestors. Our ancestors never waited for the foreigners to come here on our land to take care of us. We have always been a very industrious people, a very generous people, and sometimes we are so generous that we are taken for granted. The noise, the rumors, in terms of the viruses that have been spread all over the globe, have always been spread by foreigners. Remember that. Go back to the history book and read. M'da remember de frère Maxime yo, indigène du continent américain, pour nous suspendre immédiatement, dans l'immédiat. Cette idée que faut qu'autant gouvernement vont un petit chèque ba ou, comme on dit en Haïti, un petit tchotcho ba ou, obtenir un petit tchotcho. Et c'est dans le temps de petit tchotcho, colonisateur allait rentrer sur nous, il rentrer sur nous avec tout genre de ruse pour détruire la vie traditionnelle peuple indigène. Une fois de plus, je ne vais pas demander nous pour nous d'accord avec. Kasik Bohekio, pas jamais demander nous pour nous d'accord avec. Parce que Kasik Bohekio, ils sont enseignants avant tout. Je ne vais jamais demander moun ou bien étudiants pour être d'accord avec l'idéologie. Je vais toujours demander étudiants pour faire recherche, pour le garder, pour le voir, ça m'a dit là, s'il fait sens. As I've always said to people I work with, my colleagues, my friends, even my students, it is not what your teacher is teaching you that matters. It is what you, as a student, you are able to do when you use your critical thinking skills to research, to analyze the information, and understand the critical vocabulary words that are being used. Understand the connotation and denotation of every word. Overstand and understand, comprehend what you are being taught. I can tell you that after 18 years in the teaching profession, 7 years in banking, my entire life as an organizer, in my previous younger years, I used to be an adept fan of civic duties. It doesn't matter if you are Democrats, Republicans, independents, whatever you call yourself. If you ask me for support, I will always support an idea that seems to be a good idea. But what I have failed to realize is that I was always supporting the ideology of exploitation. Ideologies that do not always sustain a community. Because when you look at all of these so-called candidates running for president, what do they do? They attack one another. They try to put their feet on each other's neck. They try to defame, assassinate each other's character in order to get elected. And once they get elected, what do you see? You see two sides of the same coin. Our global people have always been the ones to be last in line. They have always been the one to make mockery of. They have always been the one to pit them one another against one another. They will pit the so-called blacks, although we are not black. The word black is an adjective. It does not describe a nationality. Let me say that again for my friends, students that are in education. The word black is an adjective. It describes either a thing, an idea, but it cannot describe a body or a mass of land. Because I have yet to run across a body of land called black. I have never seen black soil that are being categorized geographically as a nationality. So my point is, we've been lied to, bamboozled, we've been misled, we've been made fun of. Meanwhile, our children have been kidnapped. Child trafficking is at all-time high worldwide. Our children sometimes are being sacrificed for the benefit of judges, district attorneys, lawyers, for the benefit of the corporation. We demand that this practice be put to death. Let me see this again. The practice of the dehumanization now needs to be put to death. So whatever vaccines that our enemies are preparing now to exterminate our people, I want them to take that vaccine and stick it to their asses. And I want them to self-exterminate. Because our indigenous people and my indigenous ancestors have been speaking to me for the longest. And for the longest, I have failed to listen. And I have been paying the price for not listening. And I know for many of my indigenous brothers and sisters, we have walked the wrong path. We have been dividing ourselves over money, over fame, over ideology at the expense of the family. Our tribal families from all over Turtle Island, all over the Americas, all over the globe, we must come together in order to put an end to the atrocities that our people have been under for a very long time. At this point, what I'm going to ask is for my Haitian Creole or Creole audience to give me a moment to go and translate what I just said in Haitian Creole, because I want to make sure I'm not leaving behind my friends and families who happen to have been given the English language as a tool of communication. And I know there are many of our family members who have been learning the indigenous language, and that's all they know, that's all they can communicate with. So allow me to now share with my audience that are of the indigenous Haitian Creole language to hear the version that I just shared. Comme on a dit tout à l'heure, nous diviser tête nous avec à travers l'argent, nous diviser tête nous à travers des popularité, nous diviser tête nous quelquefois même par région. Moi rappelez me de Timoun Haïti comme exemple. C'était une question de nèg la ville pas camarade nèg en dehors. Nèg Port-au-Prince pas camarade nèg province. Eh bien tout genre de idéologie ça qui ça va créer. Yo vinn créer une atmosphère, un environnement côté que nous réellement penser que nous différents. Et n'a pensé parce que nous différents, nous refuser travailler ensemble, nous refuser faire compromis, nous oublier que nous sommes petits, un seul ancêtre, bien que nous avons dit pour le pays, pour les ancêtres, mourir beau. Nous avons appris à pile, ancêtres nous avons appris à pile pour avoir qui s'annule là, ou dire là. Pas bon du tout. Donc, Kassik Boyekyo, au nom des ancêtres, nous avons demandé pour nous faire tout ça capable pour nous marcher bien, main dans la main. Moi, je dis dans la conversation en anglais que l'homme des plus jeunes, quel que soit le monde qui a mené nos activités politiques, depuis l'idéologie a été basée pour amélioration conditions communautaires, toujours supporté. Que mon été un démocrate, que mon été un blood bloqué, qui a boit sans monde, que mon été salté le monde qui est indépendant dans l'idéologie. Depuis le présenté devant lui demander assistance, dépenser cob, faire campagne, bail cob, parler dans la radio. Et me rappelle moi dans la radio Miami avec Philippe Boutus, avec plusieurs autres leaders communautaires dans l'État d'Haïti pour te supporter candidat. Quelquefois comme supporter dans Margate, me supporter dans Fort Lauderdale, me supporter dans Lauderdale Lakes. Par exemple, nous avons commissionnaire Dale Holness qui county commissionnaire dans Fort Lauderdale. Moi et monsieur c'est bons amis comme ça nous devons faire campagne ensemble comme jeunes garçons. Donc ça me dit nous vont côté kounya là politique étrangère là sous territoire américain on ne pas travailler pour aucun monde. Donc il est très important kounya là pour nous chercher des projets communaux côté que nous faisons combit côté nous travaillons une avec l'autre pour nous capable voyer ti moun nou yo monte pour nous capable aller vers le progrès. Parce que si nous avons quitté rumeur, parce que c'est pas aujourd'hui à la colonisateur a créé virus. Bah, nous connaissons très bien Haïtiens, nous connaissons très bien ça les virus. En 1492, virus Christophe Colomb entré, il causé désastre. En 1915, virus dit colonisateur européen, nazi yo atterri partout Haïti au fond des zones. Yo forcé Haïti avec la République dominicaine séparée. C'est ton seul île là nous te divisé non. Tous ces virus toujours. On a autre virus encore. Tremblement d'État fait Haïti. Préval te n'a parlé, elle pas n'a parlé, par écrasé. Préval va expliquer ça qui passé. Par contre haïtien qui j'ai demandé ça qui passé, côté Préval te ça qui réglé, ça qui t'est fait. Ouais, on a autre virus. Bill Clinton avec madame ni on a autre virus encore. Et à Haïti sous prétexte que va l'aider, yo koke nan gagan non suite Mickey. Ah ouais? En sérieux. Suite Mickey son frère non lié, d'accord, Suite Mickey son musicien, pas de problème contre Suite Mickey. Mais dans toute sérieuxité, nous connaissons très bien, peuple noir, pas d'abjam pour Suite Mickey dans voie populaire pour nous mettre le président d'Haïti. Ça a son autre virus encore. On a parlé de virus sida par exemple. Il était dans New York, haïtien par sida, comme ça. C'est des mentis. Ebola, menti. Ouais? On y a venu avec COVID-19. On a autre mensonge encore. C'est-à-dire que l'ennemi a toujours un virus l'a créé pour le détruire. Et chaque destruction ça sont pas qui grave que je ne peux pas parler dans la vidéo ça, on a parlé dans l'autre l'heure. Pas au dia là. So, transitioning to my English audience, you know, we have always dealt with viruses, you know, as indigenous people. For those of you who are listening to this right now, if you want to be very serious, you want to be honest, you will find that the moment that we made contact with the European Nazis, what has happened? The first thing that they tried to do, they went and they called us different names that had nothing to do with our tribal traditions. They call us black, colored. Sometimes they call us Negroes. Sometimes they call us African American. Call us all kind of names, misnomers that have nothing to do with us. And over time, we have allowed ourselves to compromise who we are to the point where we wanted to mix with the European Nazis over time. And the European Nazis, what did they do? They took advantage of that because we submitted ourselves below who we are. Remember, we are nobility. We are royalties. And what we have done now, we have traded our titles with the enemy. We have even allowed our babies to be used through their birth certificates and the social security numbers as traded items. So now, even though we are grown, we are adult, we are still treated as object. For those of us who have not corrected our record yet through SF 181 and other procedures to undo the criminalization and the fraud that the U.S. corporation has been committed against us for the longest time. So now this is not the time to be afraid, not the time to look back. We are moving forward through restoring our dignity, restoring who we are. You know, some of the viruses that I can remember as we speak right now is that the first virus that we made contact with in 1492 was the virus called Christopher Columbus. We, as generous as we are, in Turtle Island or in America, when Columbus landed in Quisqueya, which is the actual original name of Haiti and Dominican Republic combined. Okay, we are one nation, the Quisqueya nation, which was the Awawak nation. We were into 5 different tribes, and I'll come back at some other time to break down those tribes step by step. But my tribe happened to be called Zaragua. So in the Zaragua tribe, that's where my queen or my cacica, Anacaona, reigned. And Anacaona made contact with Columbus, the first virus that we encountered, 1492. And the virus did not stay there. The virus spread. It spread through mass assassination, mass killings of our people, while exploiting and stealing our gold. The virus kept spreading to the point where President Jean-Pierre Boyer decided that he wanted to compromise the island of Quisqueya by giving up 2/3 to the Spaniards, and then the French retained 1/3, now called Haiti. Unfortunately, our brothers and sisters in the Dominican Republic, for most of them, because the Spaniards have slept with many of the tribal members, and we have mestizos, mulattoes there in large numbers. They actually thought that they are European Nazis. So they are treating their brothers and sisters, Haitians, worse than the European Nazis. So the virus kept spreading and spreading and spreading. And we had Trujillo, 1937. Trujillo massacred a lot of Haitians because he thought that he was light-skinned. The darker skinned ones were different. They were supposed to be killed. But what Trujillo didn't understand, didn't realize, on February 27, 1844, when Jean-Pierre Boyer allowed 2/3 of Haiti or Quisqueya to go to the Spaniards, it was done due to coercion and atrocities. We did not want to sell out, but we were forced to sell out through atrocities. The virus did not stop there. In 1915, European Nazis from the US corporation landed in Haiti and took all of the gold from the Haitian bank and took those massive amount of gold into the millions, the billions, and took them to Washington, D.C. in a vault. The virus kept spreading through all the Caribbean nations. The virus spread in Jamaica, into the Bahamas, St. Lucia, Dominica, Venezuela, Colombia, Curacao, Martinique, Guadeloupe, St. Thomas, St. Vincent, St. Croix, all the way to Panama. The virus kept spreading to Mexico. The virus of dividing and conquering spread to Brazil, spread to Bolivia, I don't remember all of the countries in the west of the Americas right now. My mind is a little bit tired, but I will tell you that the 2020 virus is no news to me. It's no news to my ancestors. That is why we are going to keep our cool, because we need to put an end to the virus in 2020. The virus must come to an end. Donc, frère Maxime, yo, m'ble pou nou kompren ba la très bien. Nou rive nou niveau là, côté que jouet ti moun kap vwe là, son jouet ti moun qui besoin suspendre. Nous apprenons très bien. Peuple haïtien pas imbécile, nous pas stupide. Nous apprenons très bien que Haïti a 5 classiques et mot classique là, les synonymes de royaume. Ouais. Dans 5 classiques là, nous avons Zaragua, Managua, Igwe, et puis 2 autres comme Léon. Et les premiers virus là entrés en Haïti, c'était virus Christophe Colomb. Il tuait Bohekio, il tuait Higwe, il tuait Anacaona, et puis il est tombé à voler l'eau, il est tombé à faire des ordres, il a fait pillage, il a fait kidnapping, il a fait cas de Jacques Soufi. Virus là qu'on y a la multiplié à travers toutes les 5 classiques, 5 royaumes. Virus là qu'on y a l'arrivée et 27 février 1844 coulé à la. Les virus là fin enragé tout bon. Virus espagnol yo contre virus français, yo font il en deux. Virus espagnol yo les bord l'ouest là. Yo le Saint-Domingue ou bien le Dominican Republic. Et puis après ça, virus français et l'autre bord Haïti. Le virus là multiplié. En 1937, Trujillo, qui était président dans la section virus République Dominicaine, il a massacré près de 37 000 Haïtiens. Il a coupé avec machette, tical par tical. Pendant ce temps, dans Haïti, nous avons un virus qui semble avec nous. Nous avons le tonton Macoute qui a calé les gens, qui a tué les gens. C'est-à-dire que le virus là pas seulement un virus qui semblait avec et Christophe Colomb. Le virus là semble avec nous tous. C'est là-bas la vie pire. Nous avons un virus qui est inconnu. Parce que le virus là, c'est tellement fait transfusion totale. C'est là qu'on y a là, où il y a un virus, monde qui semble à verre, capture. C'est ça, le virus là, bien âgé. C'est propre frère capture. So I had to use a little bit of analogy there, for my English speakers. And I'm going to end on that note. And I use analogies a lot. I use, figurative languages a lot to make my point. So what makes the virus the most dangerous now? COVID-19 is not very... You see, COVID-19 is hysteria. But the real virus that we need to be very, very careful about right now is the fact that the enemy of the people, the European Nazis, colonizers, they have always used hysteria, to kill people, to conduct experimentation, to vaccination, and so on and so forth. My biggest concern, however, is when the virus becomes a transgenerational virus, where not only the beneficiary of crimes are making money of criminal activities, but it gets worse when our own indigenous people have become so brainwashed that they themselves become viruses. Let me explain that. In 1844, when the virus spread in Quisqueya, where the Dominican Republic and Haiti split into two half sister nations on the same island. What happened is that the virus now got transmitted into the mind of the brothers and sisters of both islands, of both peninsulas, whereby uh, Trujillo, who was himself a mulatto, felt that he was closer to the Spaniards than he was to the indigenous people of the island. He committed 37,000 murders. With machetes, our Haitian brothers and sisters were slaughtered at the border of Dominican Republic and Haiti. That was tough. That was tough. When your own people are committing crimes against you. In 2020, fast forward, the virus that I'm concerned about is that when we have current heads of states in indigenous countries where the indigenous people are working with the European Nazi viruses to suppress their own people, to scare their own people, and to mislead their own people. Now we are dealing with a human catastrophe that is immeasurable. We cannot even measure that catastrophe. So it is not the first time that we have seen viruses. We saw the virus in 1915 when we had the Yankees landed in Haiti, stealing our gold, killing our people. And ever since, they've been interfering in indigenous affairs, not just in Haiti now. They've been interfering in indigenous affairs in all of the Americas. Case in point, Venezuela is a target right now. And the sad thing is, we don't even realize as indigenous people in the so-called North America that the people in the southern part of the Americas are our brothers. Case in point, the Cubans have always sent medical doctors, not just to the Americas, but outside of the Americas to help people. That's who we are. We are a generous people, regardless of our profession and title. We have always been committed to uplift humanity. So I want my people to be awake. I want my people to be awakened. I want them to be intelligent. And I want you to be responding to the call of the ancestors. This is the time for us to unite. I have officially withdrawn myself from teaching for a system that is based on systematic oppression. I cannot in good spirit stand in front of students and teach them history that has nothing to do with the perspective of a Puerto Rican point of view, with the perspective of a Bahamian point of view, without the perspective of a Haitian point of view, without the perspective of a Venezuelan point of view. You see, when we are forced to teach history from the perspective of the European Nazis, what we are doing is that we are telling our indigenous people that their lives don't matter. It doesn't matter which tribe you are from. We're not going to cover your tribe. We're not going to discuss that you are the indigenous owners of this land. But we are going to tell you instead that the European Nazis are the owners of your land. That lie has to come to sleep. We have to put that lie to sleep, and we have to uproot those lies from the textbook, one chapter at a time, one paragraph at a time, one sentence at a time, one word at a time, and one letter at a time. Because we have come to realize that if this world is to be uplifted, it is going to begin with indigenous teachers who are teaching in the system. I am happy that the ancestors have helped me to remove myself out, and I'm happy that they have given me the strength to do so. It is never easy to go against the popularity contest. Lying is very popular, as you all know. Deception is very popular. Telling the truth is not popular. And this is where the demons are winning, and they've been winning for a long time through lies and hysteria of mass deception. Pour me conclure, et frère monsieur haïtien, ou bien monde qui parle créole à travers le monde, capitaine Dim, et nous comprenons clairement que virus qui a propagé là, que le COVID-19, c'est pas pour la première fois colonisateur a propagé virus. Son bail nous connaissons à travers le monde. Comme des faits d'élaborer comment virus colonisation entré en Haïti et à l'époque et c'était tribu Awawak là qui était Haïti côté que nous avons nation nous les Kiskeya et mais qui ça virus l'en fait virus l'en tué et Kasik Anakaona li boulé Igwe li assassine un paquet de filles, li viole un paquet de filles, ou fait cas de Jacques sous filles, ou forcer filles, ou fait bagaille sexuelle contre volonté yo. Et puis yo vole les territoires, yo met du feu, ou fait des autres. Ça est un virus qui était raide, qui était dur. Et virus ça a continué toujours côté que en 1844 Espagnols yo font combinaison à français yo coupé qu'est-ce qu'il y a deux bouts gon bout kal jwen Panyol yo République dominicaine l'autre bout là yo l'Haïti. Malheureusement ni dominicain ni haïtien en pile là dans yo pas comprendre jouet là yo pas connait ils ont virus qui divise en état ça yo pense vraiment yo c'est deux groupes monde différents. Et pas vrai nous sorti dans même tradition manger on doit avoir l'autre nom. Par exemple, nous doit dire dur collé à pois. Et puis en espagnol, de où c'est arroz con frijoles negros. Mais c'est pas vous dire que durée à pois dominicain sont l'autre durée à pois qui différent durée à pois, c'est même durée à pois. Par exemple, nous doit dire nous gon poule frit. Nous pas le manger Haïti. C'est domaine de maïs c'est pollo frito, poule frit. C'est deux langues différentes, c'est vrai, mais c'est même viande. Pollo frito, poulet, même bagaille, poulet, pollo frito, n'a manger même bagaille là. Donc ça me dit non qu'on gens colonisateur créé virus à travers langue, à travers culture, ils manipulé comme ça. Pour yo diviser non et li fait li le kounya là pour nous division au revoir bye bye et li le kounya là pour nous couper division deux bouts which means it's time to cut off the division and it's time to unite. Cut off the division and unite. That's how we are going to kill the virus communally, nationally, and internationally. That's how we kill the viruses. Otherwise, they will continue to create hysteria, mass division, and guess what happened? When we are divided, we will fall for anything. You will fall for stimulus checks, which is actually your own money because the foreigners came and took all of your land and all of the taxes from you, turned you into slaves, and now they're giving you a little bit of your own money and you think they are doing you a favor. And they didn't say they're going to give it to you because they promised to give it to you, but how many of our brothers and sisters right now are homeless? They don't have a place to sleep. are going hungry. And they also change the rules as they see fit. All the demons that are making millions are getting millions in stimulus checks. And those of us brothers that are making nothing at all, who have been deprived of everything we have, they are going to change the rules. Because the goal, ladies and gentlemen, is not to uplift humanity. The demons want to destroy, to steal, and to kill. Just remember that. They have come to steal, destroy, and kill, and steal. Steal, kill, and destroy. In whatever order, it's all the same formula. They are not here to help. They have never intended to help. From the time they landed in Jamestown, Virginia, guess what they did? They began to work to change the identity of our indigenous people. Go back in the history book, dig a little bit further, you will realize that Virginia is one of the most racist southern states in the Union. Don't take my word for it. Go and dig and see what they did in Jamestown. When they landed there, they called Jamestown the first permanent company of the British invaders. And then from there, they began to use, peonage, rape, kidnapping, name changing, where they turn you into a slave when in fact we were never slaves. We are not slaves. Our people are not slaves. What they did, they shipped a few of these people from Virginia in different parts of the island. Okay? All right? And then they changed the records. And then they were naming our people, our ancestors from that part of the world, Negroes, Black, African American. So that mass confusion, what it did now, it took away your identity. It took away your ways of life and turned you into an object. So that needs to come to an end. And the only way to do that, we need indigenous teachers to come out and help with this fight. Because if we want to save humanity, we have to change the way that people think. And we have to change the way that people think that they are getting educated. If you are denied your ancestry, if you are denied your language, if you are denied your culture, let me tell you something. If you are denied your religious practices, you have been turned into an object. You have lost your humanity. And this is what's happening right now in the Americas and globally. Through capitalism, we have lost 95% of our humanity, and some of us only have 5% or less. In order to make ourselves strong again, we need to reverse that equation. We need to be 95% spirit and then 5% matter. When we do that, those demons will be out of here. With that in mind, I'm going to say thank you for having spent 45 minutes with me, approximately. And this is the beginning of a long campaign to restore our fallen humanity in the Americas and globally. Once again, thank you for your attention. May the ancestors from all four corners, wind, fire, water, air, we regain our humanity once and for all. Thank you, and God bless.